Hello again, my lovely people. I'm back again with some of the easy cost cutting hacks. These are saving hacks. These are ways you're gonna easily cut your costs every month, every week. We spend so much on so many things we don't even need every month. So let's look at the ways we're gonna cut down on those costs so we can save more money in our wallets, in our banks, in our pockets. Name it, wherever you keep your money. You know. So number one is I won't take much of your time. Number one is cut down on your grocery bill. hmm So many of us go to those supermarkets, go to those shops, and buy things aimlessly. Me, for example, if there is a car in there, I can even order for it. So let's try to cut down on those grocery bills, by buying out strictly what we need, you know. Don't go picking everything in that shop. Because, my love, when you get to the till, it's gonna be a lot of money you're gonna have to spend down there, you know. So plan out your meals. Meal plans are very important. Look at what you're gonna eat every day. For example, start planning this on Sunday. Look at what you're gonna eat on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. The next week again like that, so you don't have to spend unnecessarily. So the other thing is by on the cutting down on the grocery bills, we ought, and this is something we always do, we ought to start by using up the food or the stuff left in the pantry, or the stuff in our fridges, on the in the fridges, in the freezers. We normally forget that we have stuff in the freezers or the food in the pantry, and we go about buying food every week, every 2 weeks, every, do you know how much money you're spending? So we need to first of all use up that food before we can go out doing grocery shopping. So number two is cancel your automatic subscriptions that you ain't using. My dears, my darlings, there's so many subscriptions plans we have on our phones that we don't even need. We just, subscribe, and some of these keep on taking our money. It might be small. You might look at it like maybe £2, $3. You might think it's a small amount, but by the end of the year, that's a lot of money. You could have saved it, could have done something else, So let's look at that, on cutting down on the services we don't need, and let's try to team up with friends or family or your sister or your brother, Team up with them on, for example, subscriptions like Netflix. You can share the password, on so many subscriptions you can share, so that you can cut down on that bill, my sister, my brother. You have to start saving that money. Save that coin, baby. Save that coin, you know. Mm. Buy generic. Yes. You ought to start buying generic. You don't always have to buy brands. No. Something that's close to a brand is also something can work in the same way. You will not die if you eat it. It's like going to Tesco's and you're buying what? Yes, it's like you're going to Tesco's and you buy, well, what can I say? Okay, you buy Coca-Cola, and yet there is something, maybe apple cider somewhere, and it's cheaper than Coca-Cola. Why don't you take apple cider? To do the same job. It's a drink, it's gonna quench your thirst, you know or better still, take these brands. For example, Tesco has those brands which are cheaper than the normal bigger brand. So pick out that one. It's not gonna kill you, so take that one and save on that coin. The other thing is, cut your energy bill. This you're gonna do, my darlings, by simply unplugging things you're not using, like a TV, like a kettle, a toaster, name it. There's so many things we leave plugged in. You don't know that for as long as that is still plugged in there, it's still draining electricity and all that. Your bill is running, it's running, even if you're not using it. But for as long as it's still plugged in there, it's still taking up electricity. So lovelies, try to unplug anything and electrical equipment that you're not using in your house in order to save on the money. We need to save that money. This is 2021 and we ought to save as much as we possibly can. Yeah. So the next thing is unsubscribe from advertising emails. When you really, for example, we subscribe to so many shops. Oh, women, yeah. Yeah, we end up subscribing on so many emails for shops. We'll keep you updated, this and this. We'll keep you updated in case a new version is out. So we always want to be updated about stuff. So but we don't really need all that. When the time comes, and if you really need something, just go on their website. If you feel like, oh yeah, I have the money, go around shopping for what you really need. You don't need to be updated. No, if you don't really have that much money, save on that coin. Don't just subscribe everywhere on everything you don't need. So if the time comes, you get the money and your financial status is stable and you got the money, your savings are okay, go direct to a shop and buy whatever you need. Go on a website and shop whatever you need. You don't need to subscribe on everything. Number I don't even remember. I don't remember which number we're on. Yeah, so review all your monthly bills and cut down or cancel some of them out. You don't really need. You really need to look down on all those bills you're spending on. Do you really need all of them? There are some bills we don't actually need, and they're just taking a lot of money from our pocket. So my darlings, go out there and cancel them out. Or better still, do a plan switch. Go scouting around for cheaper bills, for cheaper plans. Take up the cheaper plan and leave the expensive one. As simple as that. You're gonna save a bit. It may not be much, but every little helps. Because we have a saying that if 100 or 10 misses from a million, it's not a million. No. So every little helps. Yes. So cut down on those bills you don't need. Like for example, there's so many subscriptions we have today for TV and everything. So cut down on some of them you don't need. Some of you are always at work, you're not at home, but yet you have Sky paid for. So cut down on most bills you don't need. So the other thing is eating at home more often is another way of saving. Yes, try to cook as much as you possibly can. One thing I used to do was eating out. I used to eat out a lot. Yes, but when I got children, my daughter loves eating in, so I ended up having to cook more at home, and I've come to learn that with cooking at home you save more. You save more when you cook for yourself. Because come to think of it, for example, you have something you're gonna go out and you pay, for example, £50 or something like that. So if you eat at home, you can even spend £20. Buy meat for £10 and this. So you get to save a bit more. So try to eat in as much as possibly you can, because when you cook for yourself, you know what you're putting in that food. You know how clean you've washed your hands before preparing that food. So try to love your food. Try to cook for yourself. It's also delicious when you cook for yourself. Look for new recipes. It helps as well. So the other thing is try to make it fun. Challenge yourself by doing a challenge. For example, for a month, you're like, I'm gonna challenge myself to save up this amount of money a month or a year. When you reach that goal, treat yourself. Oh my God, something is itching me. I don't know what is. I don't know what's itching me. Sorry. Yeah. So, or better still. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Oh my God, something is itching me so bad. Yeah. Or better still, get into a competition with your friends. Tell your friend about your saving plan, and then try to see by the end of the month who saves more. And call yourselves up and let this tell yourselves how much you've been able to save in a month or something like that. So that's a challenge for both of you, which makes it more easier to save, and more, it makes you more accountable to your friend, because once you tell somebody, that's a promise. So it's going to push you to be more accountable for your savings and everything to your friend. Yes. The next thing is, yes, DIY as much as possible. My darlings, we can do these things, you know. I remember, first time I traveled to Europe, I couldn't even do my own hair. But when you look at these bills, oh my God, how much it costs. You have to learn. I've had to learn so many things being out here. When we're back home, we have like servants everywhere. Someone is always there to serve you, or there is, you know, there is help everywhere you turn. You just sit and someone is there. You just have to give them some money, and you know, they do everything. But here, out here in Europe, you do everything by yourself, and trust me, you get used to it. You cook, you clean, you take care of the kids, take care of the laundry, take care of the man, take care of everything. Yes. So you have to get used, because getting help out here is very, very expensive. So you get used to everything. So try to DIY as much as possible. You can do it. Do your own hair, do your own nails. You don't have to spend on things you can do by yourself. Change your own tires. Do, you know, learn to do these things. There's so many platforms where we can learn from, you know, so many. So try to go out there and do things on your own. Google is your best friend. Make it your best friend. Everything is on there. Yes. And then the other thing is cut back and sacrifice as much as you possibly can. Yes, it's not easy to save. It's not easy to let go of the things you want to do, you're used to doing every time, like eating out, getting a treat, or getting yourself manicure, pedicure, all this and this, your hair done, massages, this and this. Yeah, it's not easy, but you know what? You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You're more than that. So try to sacrifice. It's not easy, but you're just prolonging your gratitude. It's just it won't be for so long. It's just, you know, instead of getting something today, you can prolong it to next year, you know. So try to get what you want by saving for long-term things, you know. Don't get excited by short-time things. Try to save as much as you possibly can, but at the same time, don't starve yourself out so long on your little joys. Try to spend on them as well. We said you can do that by setting aside money for that. Yes. And then the last thing is sell everything you don't need. And you can sell these things, like for example, dresses that no longer fit you, shoes that don't fit you no more, your children's clothes. There's so many things we ought to sell, you know. You just you've outgrown them. We grow. Every level we get to, we outgrow so many things, we outgrow so many people, we outgrow so many levels. We outgrow well, we outgrow a lot. So if you've outgrown something, just sell it. You don't need it. Why do you keep it around? Get some money out of it. Yes, yes, yes. So you can put them up on marketplaces like Facebook Markets and eBay, Amazon, and there's so many other platforms you can sell on. So sell these things. You do not need them. Fiona, sell. Yes, I need to sell as well, because all the things I'm telling you, I've tried to do them myself. Yes, everything I've been telling you today, I've tried, and I'm trying. I'm a work in progress, you know, just like everybody. Yeah, yeah, I've tried to do them, and yeah, they work. All right, have a beautiful evening.